Here to talk about the entertainment, quote-unquote, GOP financier Dan Palmer. Good to see you. President Trump's got 90+% approval on the Republican side. Probably the only place that his approval numbers have actually grown since inauguration. Think he should be worried?
I don't think so. I think Joe Walsh is an irrelevancy. I mean, to run for president, you've got to have name ID, you got to be able to raise money, and you have to have a compelling message. I mean, frankly, Joe Walsh isn't even the best known Joe Walsh. I mean, that would be the guitar player for the Eagles, right?
Point taken. This is how Mr. Walsh is framing his current run. Take a listen.
Most of my former colleagues believe they think Trump's going to lose in November, and they want him to lose in November. And then they think they're done with him and everything can go back to normal.
Now, you made an interesting point here. One also could remember some of yours and my conversations circa 2015 when this guy named Donald Trump got into the race and you were supporting Ted Cruz and you said, hey, look, this is a lark, this is a celebrity, the guy who ran The Apprentice, now running for president, not going to happen. Is there a risk of dismissing Walsh too easily as so many dismiss Trump?
I don't think so. I mean, the president, when he was a candidate, flanked Cruz to the right. And the dividing line in the Republican primary in 2016 was the immigration issue. And he owned that issue with the bill.
He flanked everybody to the right.
Exactly. So in this case, there isn't really there's always a never Trump constituency. It's diminished, but it hasn't gone away. And I think they're looking for someone to coalesce behind, whether it's Kasich going up to New Hampshire, whether it's Joe Walsh. But I mean, the justification for his campaign that he had some positive feedback on the internet to, I mean, honestly, if I wore a squirrel puppet on my nose, I could get some positive feedback on the internet.
Next time you're on our show, we'd like you to try that, and we will see how much positive feedback there are. I think your wife might have a thing or two to say about that. It brings up the point, though. People are talking about this, whether the media loves the challenge or not, either side. The last 3 times an incumbent Republican president was challenged by a primary challenger from their own party, this is what happened. Reagan challenges Ford, Ford loses. Kennedy challenges Carter, Carter loses. Buchanan challenges H.W. Bush, H.W. Bush loses. Should Republicans worry that either Weld or Walsh are going to be spoilers?
The common thread in those 3 losses was a lousy economy.
True.
And at present, we have a pretty robust economy.
Yeah.
Now, the left is talking about Russia, and then they're talking about racism. Now they're talking about recession. They're looking for some kind of a toehold to try to attack Trump. I think as long as this economy is strong, they have a tough time.
We had a Democratic congressman on earlier who admitted that the economy was pretty strong and then kept talking about, recession on the horizon. It's coming, it's coming. Does this put the president in a difficult position to negotiate with China? Because if he doesn't get a deal with China, there's a good chance that we could be in a much worse spot a year from now than we are right now. Actually, most likely we will be. That gives China the upper hand. They know about the election. President Trump has an election to fight. President Xi does not.
I'm glad you raised this. I think the real issue with China has been framed incorrectly. This is not strictly an economic issue. This is a national security issue. Yeah. As long as they're appropriating intellectual property, as long as they're using currency manipulation, asymmetric access to markets, they're putting themselves in a position where they can challenge for world dominance. Now, the United States is the single preeminent world power. If China is allowed to continue these practices, they could find themselves rivaling the U.S. for dominance. I mean, you already see them building islands in the South China Sea. They're
building military bases in
They were
Africa,
a competitor. They are a rival, and they could rise to becoming an enemy. And I think the most important thing with the China trade deal is we have to hobble their progress.
Yeah, Stephen Miller now starting to move to that point. Some of the other administration talking points moving away from China's paying for it to the national security issue. Dan, always good to see you. Next time with the squirrel puppet, he will be back. We're not having you unless there's a squirrel puppet. Jillian?